Nobody wants to say this out loud. Not publicly, not honestly. Because the moment you say it, people react. They label it, they judge it, they shut it down. But here's the reality. MGTOW didn't appear randomly. It didn't come out of nowhere. It came from patterns, experiences, observations. And whether people agree with it or not, it's growing. So the real question isn't, is it right or wrong? The real question is, why does it exist at all? This isn't about defending MGTOW, and it's not about attacking anyone either. This is about understanding a truth that most people avoid. When a large group of people changes behavior, there's always a reason. In this video, we're going to break down the real reasons behind MGTOW, the psychology that drives it, and the uncomfortable truths nobody wants to admit. Stay till the end, because the final insight might completely change how you see modern relationships. Section 1. It didn't start with hate. One of the biggest misconceptions is this: MGTOW is about hate. But if you look deeper, that's not where it starts. 1. The beginning is personal. Most men don't start with ideology. They start with experience, a relationship that didn't work, effort that wasn't valued, patterns that didn't make sense. And slowly, a question forms. Why does this keep happening? 2. Pattern recognition. Humans are wired to notice patterns. When something repeats enough times, the brain starts connecting dots. Not emotionally, logically. 3. The shift from emotion to logic. At first it's emotional. Confusion, frustration, disappointment. But over time, it becomes analytical. Maybe the system itself isn't working for me. Story, the realization. Arjun believed in relationships. He invested, he tried. But after multiple experiences, he noticed a pattern. Effort didn't always equal respect. And that's when everything started changing. Mini suspense hook, not with anger, but with awareness. Section 2. The real psychological trigger. Here's where it gets deeper. 1. Self-preservation. Humans avoid risk. Physical risk, financial risk, emotional risk. When something feels risky, we step back. For some men, relationships start to feel like high risk, low control. 2. Control versus uncertainty. People naturally move toward control and away from uncertainty. If something feels unpredictable, the brain reduces involvement. 3. The protection mechanism. MGTOW often becomes a form of protection, not attack, not hate. Protection. Story, the shift. Arjun didn't become angry. He became cautious. He focused on his work, his growth, his independence, and for the first time, he felt in control. Mini cliffhanger. And once someone feels control, it's hard to give it up. Section 3. The truth about independence. This is where things get uncomfortable. 1. Independence changes priorities. When someone becomes independent, they need less validation, less approval, less external support, and that changes behavior. 2. Reduced dependency. When dependency decreases, participation becomes optional, not necessary. 3. The power of choice. This is the key shift. From I have to, I choose to. And once something becomes a choice, people become more selective. Story, the new mindset. Arjun didn't reject relationships. He just stopped needing them. And that changed everything. Mini suspense build, because when you don't need something, you see it differently. If this is making you think differently, hit like, because most people never look at this topic this deeply. And comment below, do you think MGTOW is about hate or something deeper? Section 4. Why people react so strongly. Now let's address the real tension. 1. It challenges the norm. Society has expectations. Relationships, participation, social roles. When someone steps away, it breaks expectations. 2. It creates discomfort. People don't like what they don't understand, so they label it toxic, extreme, wrong, because labels simplify complexity. 3. It questions the system. When enough people step back, others start questioning too. And that's where discomfort grows. Mini suspense hook. Because once people start questioning, control becomes harder. Section 5. The truth no one wants to admit. Here it is. The part nobody says openly. MGTOW is a reaction, not the cause. It's a response to experiences, observations, changing priorities. 1. It reflects a shift. When behavior changes at scale, something deeper is happening. 2. It's not about everyone. Not all men choose this path. Not all experiences are the same. But for those who do, it makes sense to them. 3. It won't just disappear. Because it's not based on emotion alone. It's based on perception, and perception is hard to change. Right now, this is just the surface. Section 6. What happens when more men choose this path? At first, it's just a few men, quiet decisions, personal choices. Nothing dramatic, but then, slowly, the numbers grow. 1. The invisible shift. You won't see headlines. You won't see announcements. Just subtle changes. Less chasing, less emotional investment, more focus on self, and over time, this becomes a pattern. 2. The participation drop. Every system depends on participation. When fewer men actively engage, conversations reduce, effort drops, interactions change, not instantly, but gradually. 3. The tipping point. Then comes a moment when enough people change behavior. The system can't function the same way, not because it failed, but because participation changed. Mini suspense hook. And once that line is crossed, there's no easy way back. Section 7. The uncomfortable consequences. This is where things get real. 1. Confusion increases. When patterns break, people feel it. Why is this different now? Why aren't things the same? Because expectations no longer match reality. 2. Emotional reactions rise. Frustration, curiosity, uncertainty, because the old rules don't work anymore. 3. Adaptation becomes necessary. Over time, people adjust. More effort from both sides, more selectiveness, more awareness. Story, the new environment. Arjun notices something. Interactions feel different now. Less noise, more intention. And slowly, he realizes it's not just him anymore. Mini cliffhanger. Because when a mindset spreads, it reshapes everything. Section 8. The shift in power and perception. Now let's talk about something deeper. 1. Power moves to independence. Power has always been about one thing. Who needs less? When dependency decreases, power increases. 2. Attention becomes valuable again. When attention is everywhere, it means nothing. But when it's limited, it becomes valuable. 3. Respect replaces validation. Instead of chasing validation, men start earning respect through discipline, focus, self-control. Story, the new presence. Arjun walks into a room. Same person, but different energy. Calm, focused, unbothered, and people notice. Not because he tries, but because he doesn't need to. Mini suspense build, because when you stop needing attention, attention finds you. Section 9. The truth society avoids. Here's the part nobody wants to admit. 1. This isn't temporary. This isn't just a trend. It's a shift in mindset, and mindset shifts last longer than trends. 2. You can't force participation. People can't be forced to engage emotionally. They choose to, and when they stop choosing, the system changes. 3. It reflects a deeper change. This isn't just about dating. It's about independence, self-focus, control over one's life, and that's a much bigger shift. Mini suspense hook. Because once people realize they have a choice, everything changes. Let's simplify everything. MGTOW isn't the cause. It's a response to experiences, patterns, changing priorities. And when enough people respond the same way, it becomes a movement. So now the real question isn't about MGTOW, it's about you. Are you acting out of habit or awareness? Are you chasing things or choosing them? Are you in control of your life or reacting to it? Because the moment you become aware, you start making different decisions. If this video made you think differently, hit like, comment below. Is MGTOW a problem or a reflection of something deeper? Subscribe, because the next videos will break down psychology, power, and modern dynamics in ways most people won't say out loud. They say it's wrong, they say it's extreme, but they don't ask why it exists, because the truth is, it didn't come from nowhere. It came from experience. And once enough people share the same experience, it becomes impossible to ignore.